anime to watch with your D&D group can meet up. Missing your Dungeons and Dragons group can align your schedules even with the magic of the internet. It's a common problem with so many people involved in any one game. Schedules can collapse at any time. Sometimes it's a brief blip. Other times you wait for months for schedules, like the planets, to align. But if you're feeling the deep longing for some fantasy action, it's a while yet until the next game. You can always turn to anime. You can even find one reminiscence of your particular game. Here, try Fill the Void. Traditionalist, the record Lotus War. If you like the flavor of classic D&D straight out of the book, did you get a kick out of the literal D&D anime? Assuming you haven't seen it already, of course. The Legend of Lotus War was originally a series of replays or transcript of game sessions serialized in magazines. Basically, it was 1980s Japan version of watching gaming streams. Rai Mizuno's replays at the game around become so popular, he adapted them into Lotus War novels in 1988. With the adventures of the young hero Parn, the elf dead, and the rest leave you curious about Lotus. See if you can pick up a copy of the Sword World's source book. Lotus is one of the settings within it. House rules, slayers. If your D&D group considers the source book more guidelines than actual rules, even in a homebrew setting, but you've been a few rules here and there for the sake of fun and ease of gameplay, dive into Slayers. The wacky, high-octane fantasy series is still rooted in fantasy tropes and follows the same basic rules you expect a series of an adventuring party to follow, but there's also a lot of fudge room for modern anachronisms, overpowered spells, and general silliness. Plus, a lot of character interactions will likely remind you of you and your friends who try to play off bad roles. Homebrew or a Battle Dombine. If your D&D group's DM has gone the extra mile and created a whole new setting for your campaign, take it to Aura Battle Dombine. Created by Yoshiyuki Tomino, the series is one of the several stories set in the alternate universe of Byston Well, where fairies and unicorns roam and fighters pilot insect-like armor. The series' aesthetic is a cruel fusion of Japanese, European, and Nordic influence, on top of the mecha and high fantasy aspects. As an added bonus, you'll be treated to a cavalcade of Tomino Names. Marvel Frozen King Case and Sharp Weapon to name a few. Never mind. The Murdered Hobos. Berserk. If your majority of your D&D game time is spent looting, killing, and causing overall destruction, well, first, no judgment, will play for your own reasons. Second, dive into Berserk, but the violence and horror of the series aren't necessarily indiscriminate. They're pretty heavy. This is a dark, gritty, violent, demon-filled world. And not a lot of people get out in one piece, and there is a lot of blood. There are two series to choose from. The 1997 outing offers hand-drawn animation, but the 2016 continuation gets you up to date on the manga but also features CG animation. The Railers didn't say to make my abilities average in the next life. Your DM had a beautiful campaign set out where you rescue a princess and fight an owlbear, but you got them drunk and kidnapped yourselves. Two of your party members are high in mushrooms and the bard. Well, we know what the bard's up to too. It just sounds like your group. Average abilities will feel like one of your sessions, the party, led by Isekai heroine Mile, does to get the job done, but only after they had their fill of Power Rangers, reference in self-capitalism. Also, it got a super catchy opening theme. Dive into series like Konosuba, Danmachi, and Escaflowne will also have filled the D&D shaped hole in your life until the party can meet again.